that you don't punch down. Like, it's not your vibe, and it's a good.
Oh no, I would very much like to be the
best
joke.
targets.
Ryan Reynolds dropped a bombshell on Conan O'Brien's podcast. He confessed to bullying a 22-year-old girl 22 years ago, harassing her for fun. His apology? Sending champagne to someone who doesn't even drink. This wasn't genuine remorse. It was a humiliating spectacle, exposing deep cracks in his nice guy persona. The bizarre performance left many questioning his sincerity, wondering if it was a calculated PR maneuver. The forced laughter in the studio only highlighted a darker truth about one of Hollywood's biggest stars.
And then so that's where I got the lesson to never apologize.
The shocking admission unfolded on Conan O'Brien's podcast, a platform known for lighthearted banter, not bombshell confessions. This incongruity made the revelation even more unsettling. Was it a deliberate attempt to bury the serious nature of the confession under comedic relief, a signature Reynolds tactic? The audience's forced laughter and skeptical reactions suggested many saw through this calculated PR move. The choice of venue and timing immediately sparked questions about Ryan's true intentions, raising red flags for a public increasingly wary of celebrity facades.
So last night, US time, Ryan Reynolds was appearing on the Conan O'Brien show called Team Coke.
The apology was perhaps the most jarring detail. Champagne sent to a victim who doesn't drink. This wasn't a gesture of regret. It felt like a cruel mockery, a fresh humiliation dressed in bubbles. Instead of a heartfelt letter or sincere amends, it was a dismissive, tone-deaf act screaming indifference. The public saw through it immediately, interpreting it as a calculated insult that deepened the controversy around his alleged candor. It painted a stark picture of someone disconnected from genuine accountability, further eroding trust.
So in this 1 hour long, interview, show, whatever, Ryan was trying to be funny the whole time, which is his thing.
Public reactions were chaotic. Some fans rushed to his defense with the worn-out "we all make mistakes when we're young" excuse, seemingly normalizing bullying at 22. Yet Reynolds framed it as a comedic anecdote, quickly pivoting to lighter topics with forced laughter. His tone wasn't remorse, but deflection, sparking doubt about the confession's sincerity versus being a controlled narrative. The rapid subject shift felt disingenuous, like a magician's distraction, leaving many feeling manipulated and skeptical of his true intentions.
You don't punch down. Like, it's not your vibe, and it's a good.
Oh no, I would very much like to be the joke.
For years, Ryan Reynolds cultivated his image as Hollywood's lovable, witty, nice Canadian guy. His social media, a masterclass in relatable jokes and self-deprecation, created an everyman illusion, a powerful shield against criticism. This persona made him seem untouchable. However, his recent confession, combined with other incidents, now reveals significant cracks in this meticulously maintained facade. The public is peering behind the curtain, questioning how long this fabricated image can withstand intense scrutiny and demand for authenticity.
I did it once in my life, and I deeply, deeply regretted it.
Ryan's nice guy act dissolved completely with Justin Baldoni. Following an alleged feud with Blake Lively, Reynolds reportedly initiated a campaign to ruin Baldoni's career. He allegedly branded Baldoni a predator, then used his projects as a weapon. In Nice Pull, a rumored Deadpool connection, he mercilessly mocked Baldoni through a character, leveraging his Hollywood power to punch down. This wasn't subtle, it was a calculated sledgehammer, revealing a disturbing willingness to weaponize his influence for personal vendettas, far beyond a simple disagreement.
Or the guy with the microphone starts picking on someone, and you're just like, they don't have a microphone as well. It's not fair, and it's and it just that left a mark that I'll never ever.
Yeah, you can't.
Baldoni's legal team detailed Reynolds' alleged actions, accusing him of being a key player in a scheme to defame Justin across Hollywood. This escalated beyond character assassination, allegedly involving strong-arming WEE, their shared talent agency, into dropping Baldoni. Reynolds reportedly sought to destroy Baldoni's career, showcasing alarming power and manipulation. When Baldoni complained, Reynolds allegedly dismissed him as thin-skinned, highlighting a blatant disregard for the impact of his actions. This revealed a ruthless side to the seemingly beloved star.
That he's desperate for validation, maybe because his dad never gave that to him.
The TJ Miller saga further stained Reynolds' nice guy reputation, stemming from their Deadpool collaboration. Miller, a key comedic talent, publicly accused Reynolds and the production of fostering a toxic, uncomfortable environment. He recounted horrifically mean comments made by Reynolds in character, exceeding normal creative differences. Miller's viral revelations about negative set vibes contradicted Reynolds' projected fun, collaborative atmosphere, forcing the public to question the true nature of his professional relationships and exposing deeper issues behind the scenes.
This whole conversation to me just says that Ryan Reynolds is a very insecure person and he can't be himself. He never can be himself. He just has to be a comedian all the time.
In a classic Hollywood power play, Reynolds allegedly made a very interesting phone call to T.J. Miller after Miller's public accusations went viral. Miraculously, Miller swiftly recanted, suddenly proclaiming them good friends and expressing a desire to return for Deadpool. This dramatic reversal sparked immediate suspicion. The abrupt shift from grievance to reconciliation felt less like genuine understanding and more like intense persuasion. Many questioned if it was a slick PR move to protect Reynolds' image, rather than a true act of friendship, fueling speculation about the conversation's true nature.
I don't see the point in this interview, and if you see the comment section, it's still open. You know, there's a lot of comments there asking Conan O'Brien why.
T.J. Miller's subsequent silence on the pivotal phone call's details only intensified public skepticism. Many groaned, questioning the reconciliation's authenticity, sensing an influential player shaping narratives. Discomfort and tension seemed to evaporate into thin air. This highlighted Reynolds' alleged ability to manipulate behind the scenes, leaving audiences to wonder if Miller was pressured, or if it was another instance of Reynolds maintaining his image through questionable means. The lack of transparency created a lingering sense of unease, further challenging the nice guy facade.
Using people I like, Conan O'Brien, to put out their message and make it seem like there's nothing wrong. We're still big names.
Reynolds' alleged control extends to Tim Miller, director of the original Deadpool. Despite the film's success, Miller abruptly left Deadpool 2. While creative differences were cited, whispers suggested Reynolds as the big guy, effectively threw Miller under the bus. This isn't a coincidence, it's a pattern. Reynolds takes the reins, and if visions diverge, key collaborators are sidelined or, eerily, later recant negative statements, echoing the T.J. Miller incident. This reveals a consistent, unsettling exercise of power.
On to Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively hate. I don't hate them. I'm angry with them. I'm frustrated with them because they refuse to take accountability, and they are using their Hollywood power to just stomp on.
This recurring theme portrays Ryan Reynolds as more than an actor. He's a master of narrative control, shaping film franchises to his will. Whether mending public rifts or steering projects, he wields significant influence. If things don't go his way, Reynolds seemingly uses charm, persuasion, and undeniable Hollywood power to ensure they do. This tight grip over his public image and professional endeavors is a defining characteristic, showcasing where his true Tinseltown power lies. It's a calculated art form that leaves little to chance.
Sadly, they are going to be big names, but they got away with something, or so far they've gotten away with something that I'm just not okay with, and I'm going to continue to call it out. And this appearance, he said a lot of stuff that I'm just frustrated. Like, why are you out there doing this stuff? You really need the attention this badly?
Even explosive director Michael Bay, known for his blockbusters, reportedly clashed with Ryan Reynolds on set. Rumors hinted at serious tension, with Bay's strict approach clashing with Reynolds' sarcastic, class clown demeanor. Bay is a known disciplinarian, making Reynolds' penchant for jokes even during critical moments a likely source of friction. Michael Bay's subsequent silence, rare for such a vocal filmmaker, spoke volumes, suggesting unresolved conflict that contradicted Reynolds' image as an easygoing collaborator. This pattern of friction is becoming harder to ignore.
And so, look, I'm not even trying to be a critic here to say, no, be nice to everybody, Ryan. That's not what it's about. But you're a hypocrite.
This isn't isolated. A clear pattern of Reynolds clashing with collaborators emerges. From directors Tim Miller and Michael Bay to co-star T.J. Miller, a trend of rubbing people the wrong way is evident. Is it his maverick style, a perceived lack of team play, or his dominant personality overshadowing others? While his humor is undeniable, many wonder if his sarcastic approach hinders collaboration rather than helps in creating great art. This consistent friction challenges his image as a universally beloved, easygoing figure.
Ryan Reynolds basically admitted that he'd been calling Baldoni a predator.
Despite claims of only punching down on himself or championing underdogs, Reynolds' on-screen persona, especially in Deadpool, often contradicts this. He frequently targets those already struggling or resorts to low-hanging fruit humor at others' expense. While some audiences laugh, these moments aren't easily erased, leading many to question his never punches down mantra. This apparent hypocrisy between his stated values and comedic output adds complexity, eroding trust in his carefully crafted image and fueling skepticism.
Now here Friedman is quoted in TMZ. Let's look at what he said. Mr. Reynolds' exploitation of his enormous power in Hollywood continues, this time arrogantly asking to be dismissed from the case despite his publicly documented involvement, extending far beyond just being a supportive spouse.
Reynolds' social media mastery is vital to his PR machine. His Twitter, a curated stream of viral quips and self-deprecating humor, positions him as in on the joke, always light. This creates a relatable everyman vibe, keeping fans engaged and deflecting criticism. His carefully constructed down-to-earth look acts as a powerful shield. But how long can this digital facade last before authenticity is demanded over perfectly timed memes and witty comebacks? The cracks in his online persona are undeniably starting to show.
Reported Ryan filed the dismissal docs Tuesday, calling Justin thin-skinned for complaining that so-called nice pool character from Deadpool and Wolverine was mocking.
Whispers have surfaced about Blake Lively's alleged role in this complex narrative. As half of Hollywood's power couple, she's painted not just as a supportive spouse, but an active participant in shaping their image and controversially fueling Ryan's feuds. Allegations hint at manipulation and industry influence, suggesting Blake steers things to help Ryan avoid accountability. This dynamic complicates their seemingly perfect union, raising questions about a calculated partnership designed primarily to protect their collective lucrative brand and public persona.
And they say, well, even doing that, he's just thin-skinned for complaining about it.
But Baldoni didn't take it lightly.
Mr. Reynolds was a key player in the scheme, defaming Justin around Hollywood, strong-arming WME, their agency, into dropping Justin as a client and trying to destroy Justin's career however possible.
But Baldoni didn't take it lightly.
100% Ryan was the one who put this line in here. Not SNL, not Tina Fey, not Blake Lively, but Ryan.
Together, Ryan and Blake form an undeniable Hollywood powerhouse, wielding immense influence to deflect criticism and shape narratives. Their joint presence, perfectly curated red carpets, social media, and media appearances creates an image of an unassailable golden couple. This strategic cultivation of iconic status makes it difficult to challenge them without appearing to attack an institution. However, public frustration is mounting as their seemingly effortless ability to sidestep real consequences becomes a consistent, noticeable part of their carefully crafted brand strategy.
Do you know he hates
We
you?
had a really weird moment on Dead.
Despite their powerful united front, the cracks in the Reynolds Lively golden couple image are glaring. The public tires of the polished facade, demanding more than curated Instagram posts and witty banter. As layers peel back, Ryan's nice guy persona frays, and Blake's potentially manipulative influence is harder to ignore. This combined impact fuels growing frustration. Their ability to dodge accountability is wearing thin, threatening their carefully constructed, flawless public personas. Authenticity, not artifice, is now paramount for their future.
So he was like, you know what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star, but you just, you do just enough exposition that it's funny, and then we can leave and get back to the...
The podcast admission, far from isolated, has opened floodgates, sparking broader conversations about Reynolds' past behavior and high-profile Hollywood career. This isn't one event, it's a pattern of exposed actions. Legal battles, social media firestorms, and a growing chorus of critical voices challenge his public image. The nice Canadian routine, once his shield, is failing as narrative cracks widen. Many now wonder what other untold stories lurk beneath the surface, threatening to fully dismantle his carefully built reputation.
That went viral. Ryan Reynolds immediately picked up the phone and somehow got TJ Miller to recant. Oh no, we're now good friends.
Public opinion on Ryan Reynolds is fiercely split. Is he the lovable Deadpool, or a calculating villain using power to settle scores and manipulate narratives? Fans are bewildered, unsure which Ryan to root for. One minute adored, the next embroiled in scandals, leaving audiences confused and frustrated. This dichotomy makes maintaining a consistent public image impossible, as behavioral contradictions become irreconcilable. This challenges the loyalty of his dedicated fan base and threatens his long-term appeal in Hollywood.
Never come back to a Deadpool film. Now he says he would love to. It would be awesome.
To salvage his once unblemished image, Ryan Reynolds urgently needs genuine accountability. The "I was just joking" routine is no longer sufficient. A heartfelt apology, not a champagne-fueled insult, and transparent reflection on past actions are required. Dodging consequences and maintaining a facade worked for years, but the public now demands realness and honesty. Without a major PR overhaul and sincere reckoning, this meltdown could tragically mark the beginning of the end for Hollywood's favorite nice guy, signaling a permanent shift in perception.
You are a hypocrite, and you keep getting exposed and allowing us to expose you for this person that, look, we all are flawed. We are human. I don't have an issue with some of these problems if you...
The curtains are slowly revealing the meticulously crafted world of Ryan Reynolds. His empire, built on charm and self-deprecating humor, shows signs of decay. Podcast revelations and a history of alleged manipulations paint a complex, troubling portrait beyond his beloved persona. The question isn't just his past, but his future. Can authenticity emerge from this tarnished image? Or will Hollywood's comedian continue to hide behind a smile, leaving a legacy of unanswered questions and unaddressed accountability? This saga is far from over,